Coming up on Cobourg News. Remembering our veterans in a whole different way. Christmas is just around the corner. We tell you what's happening this season. And Sheila Strawn is back for another lifestyle segment. All that and more coming up on Cobourg News. There we go. Hello and welcome to Cobourg News. I'm Graham Beer. Christmas is just around the corner, 46 days to be exact, and preparations are already underway for all of the Christmas events here in Cobourg. Coming up on the 15th of November is Wake Up Santa at Northumberland Mall. It kicks off the season, but you also will be able to get a picture with Santa too. The photographer hours will be posted in the mall. On Sunday, November 16th, the 59th annual Santa Claus Parade kicks off down King Street starting at 2 p.m. Then on November 21st at 6:30, the Christmas Magic Lighting Ceremony starting at Victoria Hall and then making its way down to Victoria Park. And you may see Santa and get a hot drink as well. Christmas Magic is displayed at Victoria Park, and it will run until January 3rd. The 28th is the VIP holiday Christmas in downtown Cobourg. There's also good deals, and it's a great place to get your Christmas shopping done. And finally, on December 31st is the New Year's Eve celebrations, and there will be horse and buggy rides, skating, and fireworks starting at 10 p.m. The Frink is also a popular hit throughout this cold season. Its opening date is yet to be announced. For more information, go to www.tourism.ca. Cobourg News and Cobourg News will also have full highlights. Now, before Christmas, there is Remembrance Day, and Mark Leonard of Cobourg is remembering the veterans and soldiers in a special way and has been doing it for quite some time now. Take a look at our report. Mark Leonard every year puts up his Remembrance display to pay respect and to remember the veterans. Just like any other season, Mark thinks it should be displayed as well.
I started in the schools with it, and it was just to teach the students more about Remembrance Day and what the sacrifices that some men and women paid for us to have our freedom. So, and I started at St. Joseph's with it there in the lobby, and the teachers would bring their classes out and sit down around and explain it all and things like that. So it just gives them a better meaning of what's going on. Some people come and just spend a quiet moment, and that some people have had tears in their eyes. There was another lady, a Polish lady named Rose, that came by every year and would stand here and cry. And the last year before she died, I didn't realize when she was dying, but anyway, she placed a pot of flowers on the second row, the second one in from the left-hand side. So it's, I never got a chance to ask her the exact meaning of why that one, but it must have stood out in her mind.
As for making Remembrance Day a national holiday, Mark agrees, but only if people came out to the ceremonies.
Yeah, I guess so, as long as people, take the holiday for what it's for. I remember when I was in school, we used to have Remembrance Day off, and of course a lot of them just use it as a holiday. So, I mean, if they use it for the proper reason for Remembrance Day, then yeah, it's a good thing.
Now, Mark has been putting up this Remembrance Day display since 1992 to remember and to pay respects. I'm Graham Beer, Cobourg News. And we brought up this topic that many people have been wondering, when is it appropriate to bring out the Christmas decorations, and when is it appropriate to bring it in the retail stores? Now, this is what they had to say. Now, I'm just going to take a look at the iPad here. Jennifer says, after the Santa Claus parade. Melissa says, according to most people, the day after Halloween. Anytime after Remembrance Day would be more logical. And then Claire says, preferably not until December 1st. It makes the Christmas season much more special when it's only a month long. Anytime after mid-November it is acceptable, though the beginning of November is too far too early, and it takes away from the Remembrance Day. And then Janet says that she agrees that it should we should be decorating after Remembrance Day, and she has a full response. So you can go to our Facebook page or tweet us at GB Cobourg News for your response to say what you think, as we love to hear from you. So thank you very much. Now people were also wondering if the downtown and the Northumberland Mall was rushing the season, and I did a bit of an investigation and found out there's only about 2 stores in the downtown Cobourg that has minimal festive retail, but for the mall and the big box stores, it's a bit of a different story. Canadian Tire and Walmart had stuff out before the 31st. The Cobourg police will be active in enforcing the winter parking bylaw from November 1st to March 31st. Now, all people have to have their vehicle off the designated collector road for the snowplows to go by. Now, the bylaw will be enforced to ensure safe and efficient snow removal operations during the winter season. For more information regarding this winter parking, please go to the Town of Cobourg municipal website at www.cobourg.ca or contact the Public Works Department at 905-372-9971. Among the 3,000 torchbearers carrying the flame to welcome the PanAm Games to Toronto, this July will be a Cobourg representative. The town issued a press release this week to announce that Cobourg has been selected as one of the 130 communities to participate in the Toronto 2015 PanAm Games Torch Relay, and inviting residents to apply for the opportunity to be a torchbearer. The Toronto 2015 PanAm Games Torch Relay is a wonderful opportunity to show our community spirit, as well as looking forward to welcoming talented athletes from around the world who will be participating in the games, and that was spoken by Mayor Gil Brockenier to the local media. The torchbearers will carry the flame on a 41-day journey to Toronto from the lighting of the cauldron on July 10th for the official opening of the Games. The flame represents the history and spirit of the Games, a symbol uniting 41 member nations of the PanAm American Sport Organization, and it is a journey begins in May with the traditional lighting ceremony at the Pyramid of Sun in Mexico. And the Canadian journey for the flame starts with the arrival in Toronto on May 30th. From there, it will go to 5 other Canadian cities and more than 130 Ontario communities. If you're 13 or older, you are invited to submit your name for consideration as a torchbearer before December 1st, and you can apply at www.toronto2015.org/torch relay, and the finalist who becomes the Cobourg Community Torchbearer will be chosen as a volunteer committee. Now let's check in with Sheila Strawn as we are back with the lifestyle segments, and it is exciting to have Sheila back as we've taken a break with our podcast lately, so she is back, and we're trying something new, different with our technology. Today we had a little glitch with our monitor. See, we're all trying these new things on Cobourg News because that's what we're doing. We're new and exciting. So our teleprompter failed, so that's why we're a little glitchy, and our monitor failed. But let's check in with Sheila Strawn right now with our new graphic little system there. And there's Sheila. Hello, Sheila. How are you?
I'm well, Graham. How are you doing today?
I am great. Now, Sheila, if you want to shift over so they can see you all, the other way. There we go. Our audience upstairs is laughing. So, Sheila, how have you been?
I'm great. I'm delighted to be back. It's been a while since we've had a lifestyle segment.
A while, yes. So, what are we making today, Sheila?
We're going to start with something simple for the season, a black bean salsa that's really easy to whip together and take for all those holiday potlucks.
And speaking of holiday potlucks, in December we're also going to have another lifestyle segment, and there is also something exciting happening that we can't say yet, but it's coming up soon, isn't it?
Oh, that sounds intriguing.
Okay, thanks, Sheila, and we'll see you in 2 minutes. We're going to take a short break on Cobourg News. Stay right with us. Graham Beer, and you're watching Cobourg News. It's a catchy tune, isn't it, Sheila?
Apparently.
It is. We're back doing another lifestyle segment. And so what are we making, Sheila?
So we're making a black bean salsa, and I have to send props out to Cobourg's own 15-minute mom because I got this recipe from her years ago.
Okay.
She writes for Northumberland Kids, and it's a 5-ingredient dip that's really easy to whip up, and it's the #1 thing I make that is requested. So you start with a can of black beans and just drain those, and then you add 4 ingredients: avocado, lime juice, salsa, and cilantro. So I'm going to get you started going on cilantro to start with, otherwise known as, are you? We'll find out.
Yeah.
As coriander. I like a lot of cilantro, and I used to just cut off the leaves, but you know, shout out to my sister because she showed me how much flavor there is in the stems. So that could just be a rough chop. You can just kind of take a whole bunch of it and just start going at it, and you can throw it right in there. I'm going to start on the lime juice. Always better if you just give your citrus a little bit of a roll before you're juicing it. I'll cut that in half. The beautiful thing about limes is that with no seeds, you don't have to put them through a strainer or anything. I usually just use a spoon and try to get all the good stuff in there. And if I get pulp, all the better. So that lime flavor is really integral to this dish. Now, I usually stick with the 1 lime, but the ingredients of the other things, as you can tell, are not very specific, right?
Yeah.
So, is there anything? Do you like spicy food?
I'm not a big spice lover, but my dad is, and a lot of people do.
So if
we brought this up before, right?
Yes.
So I am willing to try now on Cobourg News Lifestyle. So you heard it first, people.
Oh, I'm going to come up with something good for next time.
Oh,
so
great.
There you go. If you need a cloth, okay, you can just put all that right in, and you know what? Take the whole board. Here you go. Here's the lesson. Hold that with one hand.
And then you just
there you go. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So I really like coriander. I would put even more, but that's entirely up to you. So you know, a handful or 2. I would say half a cup to a cup of salsa. You can start stirring that up. Give that a stir, and then the pièce de résistance. I love avocado, and so when you're cutting an avocado, the best thing is, first of all, you know that it's ripe. It's got a little bit of give. Cut it around and then crack it open. And then I'm going to take your big knife here. Give that pit a whack. We'll just leave that there.
Okay.
And look at this beautiful avocado. You're fairly sure when it's a dark color and a little bit of give that you're good to go. I've seen people try to scoop it out and all of that. That can be time consuming. Take your paring knife and do a little grid right in the avocado. And then you've got it already cut. Good to go. And you can simply squeeze it.
Squeeze it in, and
there you go. So I'll do the second one. Now, I like a lot of avocado, so I sometimes go totally crazy and put 2 in. It totally depends for you. So you can stretch it a little bit by adding a little more salsa and a little more avocado. But really, it's completely up to you. But aren't the colors cool for the season?
It is, yeah.
I know. I thought that would be pretty.
You know, we're pre-season here, coming from Halloween to Christmas, and
That's
really
true.
Has not like we haven't done. We won't have any season dessert or anything festive that really represents the season.
That's right.
In between.
Exactly.
So this kind of gives the Halloween and with the
everything. Well, it's kind of fall. Like we did a tomato salsa in the summer. But what's nice about this is that although it's got fresh ingredients, it's not dependent on the fresh tomatoes. Right. You can get all of this readily at your store.
Crazy.
So there's 2 plating options. This is particularly good with lime flavored chips.
Yeah.
So if I was doing that,
I like your design, Sheila.
Well, thank you. Shape is very interesting, and you'll notice that I used a dark basket and a dark plate because when you got something light, you want it to pop. If this was all white, it would look kind of blah. So you want it to really pop for your guests.
So really design the presents. So
just make it interesting.
Yeah, so people can, like, if it's on a full table of everything on a potluck or everything, they'll
stands out a little bit.
Stands out, and they'll see it. It's awesome.
Absolutely, and I do find actually I like this basket because sometimes potluck tables get a little bit crammed with everything, and this can be kind of slipped in. So that's your first option, and that looks great. Awesome. Or if you wanted, maybe if you had, you were going around serving at a like hors d'oeuvres from a tray, you could fill these, and actually, can you take some leaves of coriander and just pop one on top of there? because that could look really nice and add a little bit of oomph. So, oh wow, you're going to town. Let me try one a little bit. Might do maybe a little more bite size so that people can. So yeah, so we just do a little bit in each one. Perfect. Yep. And I probably would even pull the stem off for that.
Oh, okay.
I might even add a little bit of paprika or a little diced red pepper just for another pop of color. And we'll finish that last one off. And these are sliding around a little bit, but you get the idea.
That's why I'm not in the food industry, and that's
you know what, we all have our strengths.
That's why I am here on the show, to learn all of these great.
And you're doing remarkably well.
Okay, good.
So there we go. Those are 2 plating options. So kind of as individual bite-sized hors d'oeuvres or as a dip. So would you like to give one a try? These might be easier to manage.
Let me give this a try.
So they've got a nice citrusy kind of tang and a little bit of depth of flavor, and they're quite addictive. This mix is also excellent if you're making fajitas. So if you're doing a chicken or beef fajita, then you could serve this on the side as well as the salsa, or instead of, and you just have a great vegetarian fajita there.
Well, you're right, Sheila. They are addictive. I'm gonna have another one.
So no, easy recipe. I don't even write it out anymore. I just know all the ingredients. So 1 can black beans, 1 or 2 avocados, handful of cilantro, half to a cup of salsa, and juice of 1 lime, and you are good to go.
Well, thank you, Sheila, for coming in. Now, if you want to invite Sheila to your potluck to make all of these awesome treats and appetizers and salsas and everything you make on the show, you can tweet her at sstrawn1, and you can also follow her on Instagram, as she's got some awesome pictures as well.
I actually just posted something of what I made for lunch, so yes, that tends to be a food focus.
Okay, well, thank you, Sheila, and we'll see you next time, and preferably to the Christmas season.
Sounds good. Thanks, Graham.
Thank you, and we'll see what she's making. We'll be right back on Cobourg News. Stay with us. Welcome back to Cobourg News. We are back live, and Sheila is back here to discuss about some viral stuff and what's happening in the world. But relating to the story that we told you about earlier, about the Remembrance Day display and about Mark Leonard up the street and what he did to remember the veterans and the soldiers who fought for our country. And Sheila and Hunter have an inspiring story about a veteran giving out poppies. Is that right, Sheila?
Actually, Hunter, one of your producers, was at No Frills doing some grocery shopping, and when he came back from putting the cart away, there was a veteran there who saw him, and he was already wearing a poppy. But he said, "Excuse me, young man," and gave him a handful of poppies. He said around a dozen or so to take to his classmates. And he said, "Make sure that you tell them that a World War II veteran gave you these to share with." So, Hunter, do you have something to add to that story? No? Or we're going to move on?
Okay.
You can just call it out.
I went back with money to donate, and I gave them to him, and then he gave me a dozen more and said, "Make sure you give these to your school friends from World War II veteran."
So on Monday or Tuesday, Hunter's school friends will be greeted with a handful of poppies from a very inspiring veteran.
Well, thank you, Sheila and Hunter, for telling that story. And again, to remember the veterans and on Remembrance Day, leading up to Remembrance Day, we have a poppy on our logo to remember, and that is on all of our social media sites. We started that November 1st, and it will go through till November 11th. So now getting to more of some fun stuff, I guess we could say. Hunter has previewed some picture clips of viral stuff. So anyway, I want to bring this up because I don't understand, and I'm I just mind blown. Oh my gosh, about what this viral thing is. So Alex from Target. So now you know what I'm talking about. You were probably wondering what I was saying. But Alex from Target, do you know who he is?
No, so I'm assuming he's an employee?
He's an employee. He's a cashier.
In Canada or the States?
In the States. I'm not I don't know exactly where in the States, but he went viral about a week ago. This teen, was in Target, just took a picture of this cashier while he was putting stuff in the bags and cashing them out. So she took a picture of this guy, and it went viral on social media. and it was tweeted out, and she didn't really say much. I don't know what the tweet was. Do you have a picture of it, Hunter?
I have a video.
Okay, he has a video. Okay, so let's just play the video, Hunter, and if you could put that full screen. This is of a
Target
news
recently
report.
gained a lot of cool points among younger consumers, all thanks to this high school.
So that's
heart
Alex.
That's Alex from Target.
The Frisco, Texas high school
and,
became
so
the
this
new
is just,
unofficial
this
fresh
is the
face of the
Huffington
brand
Post,
when his photo was tweeted
video,
last
and they're
Sunday.
just telling a little bit about it. Can we just get some volume on that,
giant
Hunter?
curtain tugging at Tween's heartstrings. With the help
Oh,
of this
okay, I
company,
think there is volume.
Breaker is a tech startup that claims
so,
to connect fans
as you can
with their
see,
fandom, apparently with massive PR stunts like Alex.
She's
According to the
talking
company's
about
CEO
Alex
on
from Target,
LinkedIn,
and,
the stunt was just a social media experiment.
that has gone
The post
viral.
reads,
I don't
we
know.
wanted to
They're
see
not
how
actually
powerful the
talking
fangirl
about-
demographic was by taking an unknown good
Okay.
Tell me about it, Graham. I haven't seen it.
Okay, well,
Texas
there's not really
overnight
much to
viral
it.
internet
It's just
sensation.
this person
It
took
used multiple
a
methods
picture
to
of
spread
yes.
the
Oh
word
yes,
amongst
yo. That's what they
fangirl
said.
followers
Yo.
and bigger YouTube
Okay, so I thought it was maybe.
Oh yeah, sorry.
they created
So yeah, no,
it.
this girl tweeted
all fell
yo
for it.
out
Alex Lee,
Alex
Gene
from
in the
Target,
photo,
and then
tweeted upon
people
hearing the news.
just
Apparently,
hashtagged
there's a
it, and
company
people found out
trying
his
to take
name and
credit
just
for how the
hashtag
pic taken
Alex from
being
Target,
viral.
and then
then he said his family has
I was
never
watching
heard
an
of
Ellen
him.
episode,
LinkedIn later
and
included an update to the Breaker post.
he
explaining
was
the company
blown blind
never
that
hired Alex
that he
or
has
the Twitter
about
user
5
who
million
initially tweeted the
followers,
photo.
and
Just saw
500,000.
one
Yeah, of one
picture.
picture.
Wow.
And he got
Very
home from work
solid
that day, and
Whether
was
Breaker really is
mind
behind the
blown.
act remains
Wow.
to be seen, but we doubt Target
And
or
so
So
Alex.
it's been a
have
little
any
bit of
complaints.
a
Yeah, and-
paparazzi-filled world.
So I'm mixing up my words again, and I'm still confused. But
About why it went viral in the first place?
yeah,
Ah, okay. Well, it was interesting with the hashtag about fangirls, so I don't know how much you know about fangirls.
not a lot. Yeah, so not a lot at all.
Okay.
But yeah, so this picture went viral, and just that's all she said, and I can't believe that it went viral. But fangirls are fangirls, and that just goes viral and stuff like that.
A lot of power there.
A lot of power on social media, definitely. Thank you for your story relating to the poppies.
Yeah, you know what? It really touched Hunter, and our veterans who fought in the Second World War are fewer and fewer every year. So it's pretty special when you get to interact with one. So that was a very meaningful experience.
And do you have anything exciting coming up, Sheila, that you'd like to share? Anything Christmas? Because
Well, the one thing that was on the front page of the paper that you had a lot to touch on for Christmas stuff, but it's the Bethlehem Walk next weekend.
Oh, that's right.
And
yes.
we often enjoy going to that in Cold Springs. And actually, when it was splashed on the front page of the paper, I was a little taken aback because I prefer to keep it a little secret because it's always already so popular. But it's amazing what they do up there. And just kind of it's there was some flurries yesterday, and that's exciting looking ahead to the Frink freezing over. And so
I know, I'm really excited.
I just figure we have to embrace. We
Embrace.
gotta embrace it. There's no point in complaining. We live in Canada.
Snow, and more snow. I'm up for it. I'm up for it, and I'm ready for the snow.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to more of your newscasts outside with your toque on and your mitts.
Yeah,
and your gloves.
we are able now to go through our window here, and when it's snowing, we can be outside in the snow. So that's
excellent. And will you be filming the Santa Claus parade?
yes.
coming up?
All of the Christmas events in Cobourg will be filmed by Cobourg News and put up by YouTube.
And congratulations on your early breaking election results.
Oh yes, thank you. Yeah, and we want to thank our viewers for watching some of the popular videos. You just saw in the commercial break our top 5 videos that's happened recently, and one of the top 5 videos, well, number 1 would be Michael McNamara and our piano, and we're almost to 10,000 views on that.
That is impressive.
That's not viral yet, but it's still a lot of views.
It's viral for Cobourg.
Yeah, it's viral
like
for
half
Cobourg.
the population of Cobourg, so that's good.
So thank you for our viewers for watching that, and our election coverage. TV Coach Go was broadcasting that as well, but we were providing live updates. The only person and news who were putting it live on social media. So
and I've spoken with people who learned the election results from you.
Yes,
Yeah,
and I had a
not
couple. I had a couple phone calls from people thanking me. So thank you for the viewers for taking a look on our social media sites. So Sheila, I guess we're going to enjoy this right now.
Absolutely, and we'll wish everybody a wonderful weekend.
Yes, wonderful weekend and a wonderful rest of November. We're back for another live podcast the end of November and into December, and we have a show that we're going to tell you about next time. And it's a big secret right now, but it's going to be huge. And we'll tell you more details next time. So, cheers to a good Saturday.
And on behalf of our newscaster with his mouth full, thanks for tuning in.
And make sure you follow us on Twitter, @Cobourg News, and like us on Facebook. We'll see you next time.